So do you guys know the indie niche house of Strangelove? They're known for the fragrance Dead of Night, but they have other fragrances as well, such as Melt My Heart and Lost in Flowers. So today in this Afterbond review video, I'm going to tell you the 3 Strangelove fragrances that you should be wearing, and we have one full bottle giveaway as well of the 3 fragrances I'm going to discuss with you today for subscribers of this channel from the USA, EU, and UK. So if you're curious to learn about these 3 fragrances from this indie niche house Strangelove, then please stay tuned. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. That's right, today I'm talking about Strangelove, and there are 3 fragrances that you should be wearing. I feel like these fragrances are perfect for fall and winter, and I'm going to recommend 3 of my favorites that you should be wearing. But before we get to the list, if this is your first time tuning into my channel and you still haven't subscribed to my channel, please click the subscribe button below and also click the bell so you'll be notified for future videos and giveaways. So Strangelove I discovered last year. In fact, I knew about the brand for a few years, but I actually met the brand last year and I got to smell some of their fragrances, and I fell in love with several of them, and as I said, I'm going to be previewing 3 of the fragrances for you today. The very first fragrance dates back to 2014, and they've got fragrances since last year. The fragrances that I'm talking about, as I said, are Dead of Night, Melt My Heart, and Lost in Flowers. Great fragrances. They're totally different fragrances, and all 3 have oud in the notes, but Dead of Night is the one that uses the oud as its main star. The oud in the other 2 fragrances are not the main star. But I'll get to those. I'm going to tell you a little information about the brand. Strangelove New York City fragrances are created by Christophe Laudamiel. All the fragrances are Eau De Parfum concentration, and all the fragrances come in multiple sizes: 100 ml, 50 ml, 15 ml. They also have a 10 ml Pure Perfume Oil. They have a potion pendant and Pure Perfume Oil vials. So now that we know the sizes you can get from their website, I'm going to start with the 3 fragrances, and we're going to start with the earliest one, Dead of Night. This is it right here. And Dead of Night, again, is one of those very, very resinous and animalic woody fragrances that features oud with rose and musk. So this is launched in 2014. The notes are damask rose, violet leaves, vanilla balsam, sandalwood, amber, and musk and oud. Lots of stuff goes on in here. It's a very dark, oudy, woody, animalic, and musky fragrance, but definitely rose appears in this one, and it has very floral touches. But again, it's a very, very warm fragrance, warm with a lot of resinous touches and oudy touches, and definitely animalic and musky. So a little goes a long way with Dead of Night, and it has a fantastic name. I've told the brand this is one of my favorite names of any fragrance. It just totally captures the experience of the fragrance, and it's not necessarily talking about death, it's just talking about, you know, the still of the night, at night, dark. And it's a dark fragrance, and again, it's a very, very animalic experience with the rose and the oud, but if you like that sort of thing, you're really going to love this one. This is Dead of Night, launched in 2014, the earliest fragrance from Strangelove, and one of the most fantastic animalic rose and oud combinations. So that's Dead of Night. My other favorites are, starting with Melt My Heart, which was launched 2 years after Dead of Night, and this is a completely different fragrance. It does feature oud, but this one doesn't feature the oud as its main star, as I was saying earlier. What this one's known about is Orris butter. Orris butter is basically the root of the iris flower, which is basically what's used to create the actual iris note or smell in fragrances. And this one, the Orris, is the main star. When you wear this fragrance, it actually has a very buttery, creamy, smooth experience. You do experience the butteriness of the Orris butter with this one. There's a smooth and silky, soft, creamy sandalwood note along with the notes in this one as well. But what's unique with this one, it is powdery, even though there's the creamy butteriness of the notes. There's chocolate. And for me, this is more like cacao dusting in butter. Imagine if you're ever cooking and you're mixing and blending butter with like chocolate dustings or cacao powder. for me, it smells like this. Butter with cacao. It's gourmand to me, and then the oud does come in a little bit. There's a sharpness with the oud, a little bit resinous touch, but it's not about the oud in this one. It's just there to support the notes. It's mostly about the Orris butter. For me, it's Orris butter, sandalwood, and cacao. That's Melt My Heart. Great name for this one as well. In the end, I'm visualizing cooking with butter and cacao, and you know, all that stuff melts in the end. So that's Melt My Heart, launched in 2016. The last fragrance I'm going to talk to you about that you should be wearing from the house of Strangelove is Lost in Flowers. This one came out 2 years ago in 2018. Again, totally different than the other two fragrances, but it does feature oud, but not as its focus or main star. This one's all about flowers, and it's a very, very tropical floral fragrance. It has humid and warm qualities to it. Of course, when I think of tropical, I always visualize or think about humid and warm weather, because in that heat and warmth and humidity, the smell of the flowers kind of like come alive, and the wearing experience with this one is just that. So in this one you have notes of jasmine, champaca, gardenia, saffron, and oud. It is an overdose of tropical flowers, and I feel like the champaca here, along with the jasmine and gardenia, rule. They definitely rule. But you know what? The saffron comes in a little bit. There's a little bit of an aromatic, leathery touch with the saffron, and of course the oud comes in and brings in a little bit of sharpness and resinous touch as well. But again, it's mostly a experience of being in the tropical island, or perhaps tropical country, where it's really, really hot and humid out. You're walking through gardens and you're smelling tropical flowers totally blooming with their fragrance. That's what this one smells like. It's really, really great. If you love floral fragrances that are loud, big, you know, floral, and you know, just intensely smelling, then this one's definitely one for you to try. This is Lost in Flowers, and once again, a perfect name because you're smelling lots of flowers here, and you're basically lost in those flowers, smelling them. So that's the third fragrance that you should be wearing from Strangelove. Again, it's Dead of Night, Melt My Heart, Lost in Flowers. And as I said at the beginning of the video, I do have a full bottle giveaway of one of these three fragrances. If you wanted to participate, we are doing the giveaway over at Saffron, and if you still don't know how to do that, there is a link to Saffron in the info box. Click that link, go over there, follow their rules on how to participate so you can qualify, and then come back here and let me know what your thoughts are on Strangelove. Have you tried their fragrances? What do you think about these three fragrances, Dead of Night, Melt My Heart, Lost in Flowers? If you have experienced them, let me know your thoughts. Put some comments down so I can find out. Other than that, if you wanted to go check out their website, I have a link in the info box for their website as well. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching today's video on 3 fragrances from Strangelove that you should be wearing. If you have any questions or comments, please list below. Otherwise, please like this video, please share it, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.